Africa is trapped not only in conflict, it's trapped in poverty. And Africa is not able to mobilize its vital energies and put together the critical mass for its economic takeoff. What could be the reason? The reason is simple. The answer is simple. It's bad leadership. And as the Christians would like to put it, where there is no vision, people perish. And exactly this is what we see in Africa.
So what happened to the Kwame Nkrumahs of Africa? Nkrumah had a vision, a very clear vision. You saw that he gave a speech when Ghana was regained its political independence. He said the independence of Ghana would be meaningless unless it was linked with the total liberation of Africa. And he did not simply talk the talk, Majak. He actually provided the tools so that, in fact, he walked the talk so that Africa could walk the walk, to the extent that 1994, South Africa became politically independent and the end of apartheid.
For majority of us as young Africans who came to tread the path of our great forefathers like Kwame Nkrumah, the vision was set. All the milestones for the future were visible. They could not be missed. But take it back a little bit. Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, and people of his generation.
Mwalimu Nyerere, perhaps, of
and Mwalimu Nyerere, of course.
Kaunda,
so many of them. So many of them.
Gamara Abdeonas.
Yeah. They emerged from the heat of the African liberation. They were made by the circumstances of liberation to purge Africa of colonialism. The rest of it after them became power struggle, and different circumstances, greed and tribalism and all kind of vices were actually the key drivers in creating leaders after them in Africa. And that's why in our case people like John Garang are different, because John Garang was very clear. He internalized the vision of the forefathers of Africa. He taught many of us Pan-Africanism, and this was the line many of us had thought to follow. But then, leader matters at the end of the day. If you are badly led, the crowd would definitely go for a collective suicide, and this is what's happening in most of the African countries.